Return of the Mount Hua Sect, Chapter 171. Once they get hit, they're bound to move. It seems to be Yaksun who made the sword tomb. After hearing the explanation from Baekchun, Hyunjung looked at the box in front of him with a shocked face. Soul Vitality Pill. There was no doubt about it. Just the smell of this pill made him feel like his dungeon was shaking. Besides, if this box really came from where Baekchun said, then there was nothing more to doubt. Who would put a fake in such a place? If it wasn't Yaksun, no one would do it. And if it wasn't Cheongmyeong, no one would find it. And Hyunjung looked at Cheongmyeong with bright eyes. He stood on equal footing with Wudang's Sanja. However, it was clear that Cheongmyeong didn't lose the fight to this Sanja. He couldn't stop himself from laughing. Would Hyunjung be able to achieve the same results after fighting an elder of the Wudang sect? Their elders were powerful to the point of absurdity. However, it was not only Cheongmyeong's strength that truly surprised Hyunjung. Cheongmyeong's power was nothing new, and Hyunjung had long since given up on understanding him. What really surprised him was Cheongmyeong's heart and how he perfectly grasped the meaning behind Yaksun's arrangement to find the real tomb. Even Hyunjung didn't understand why Yaksun's tomb would be there, despite hearing it explained so clearly. Didn't that mean Cheongmyeong alone understood everything that Yaksun had hinted at? I've thought this child was clever since the Eunha merchants incident in the past, but he didn't expect it would be to this extent. At that moment, Hyunjung glanced at the pillbox and opened his mouth. Then, Hyunjung took the box from Hyunjung's hands, almost like snatching it away. Hyunjung, who found his hands empty, felt a lingering regret for not holding the box tighter, but remained silent since he could understand Hyunjung's intentions. Well, then, this is the soul vitality pill. Yes. The same pill that is said to have been Yaksun's finest creation. Yes. Hyunjung looked at Cheongmyeong with blank eyes. Hyunjung's pouting face had changed several times in the last few minutes. Are you really the god of fortune? Just how in the world do we get a guy who keeps bringing such things every time he goes out? What are you asking? Am I a dog that brings in things from outside? Are you sure you don't have any more work to go out and do? No. You are such an accomplished person. Feeding you meat for 3 days straight wouldn't be enough to show how I feel. That will not be enough. Let's go and catch you a pig. No, I'll bring a whole cow for you. What would the guy who brought the soul vitality pill want me to catch? Eunam was breaking out into cold sweat. Elder, calm down. Do I look like I can calm down right now? This is insane. The soul vitality pill. What the hell happened? We send you to Nanyang to repay our debt and you come back with this in your hands. If I send you to the North Sea, you'll probably bring back the wishful beads. Sect leader, don't we have any more work outside? It looked like Hyunjung was ready to send Cheongmyeong to the North Sea right away. Cheongmyeong flinched at the elder's passionate intention to send him away. The soul vitality pill. As if unable to believe it, Hyunsang looked at the box and then at Cheongmyeong. Who wouldn't be surprised? The soul vitality pill and the sword tomb were things they had never thought of. They sent the children to solve the affairs of the Hwayong sect, but who knew they would return like this? Hyunjung, who came to his senses first, cleared the situation with a heavy voice. You have been through a lot. No. As disciples of Mount Hua, it was something we had to do. But Baekchun was a bit shocked at Hyunsang's sudden rebuke. It's good that nothing happened, but this time you are pushing your luck. Baekchun bowed his head without another word. Now that you obtained the soul vitality pill and its formula, I can't deny that you've done something great. But if any of you had died along the way, we wouldn't all be able to smile like this. Baekchun nodded his head. Hyunsang was right. How often had they nearly crossed over into the land of the dead within the sword tomb? Getting out of there alive was half a fluke. I will keep that in mind. Right. Don't think of this as nagging. Your safety is far more important to us than any pill in the world. Hyunyoung, who listened from the side, snorted. If Sayoung says it like that, what will he think of me and the sect leader? Hyunjong's eyes widened. No, why are you bringing me into this? Why drag in someone that's being silent? First calm down, Saje. Hyunyoung licked his lips as if he wanted to say something else, but he kept silent in respect for the sect leader's authority. Hyunjong gently pulled the box from Hyunyoung's grip, though he didn't want to let go. However, when Hyunjong glared at him, he released his grip and looked at the box with a sense of regret. Hyunjong coughed and placed the box back. He felt that Hyunyoung was in full swing and might go sell the treasure somewhere. Baek-chun. Yes, sect leader. Does anyone else know that you have obtained this? We told no one, even the Hwa sect. Hyunjong nodded his head. Good job. Blood spills over good treasures. If it became known that they had obtained this, many people would target Mount Hua. There may even be those willing to raid Mount Hua with their entire sect to get this in their hands. The good news is that not many people know about Yaksun or the existence of this box. Most people who entered the sword tomb were only interested in the divine weapons. There were only 2 sects that knew, Wudang and the Beggars Union. 2 sects of the 9 great sects knew about the existence of the soul vitality pill, but they wouldn't come and attack Mount Hua just because of that, although they might still interfere in things. Hyunjong held no faith in the great sects since they rendered no aid to Mount Hua once they believed it would collapse. But not even they know we obtained this. As long as we're careful not to let this information leak out, there should be no problems. The fact that Mount Hua is located in the rugged mountains was also helpful. If it was Wudang or Shaolin, they wouldn't have had to hide the fact that they got the pill formula. Hyunjong opened the box and took out the book. More important than the pill itself was this book. The saints must have helped us. Chongmyung smiled at those words. It wasn't that he was smiling at Hyunjong. This time, it really was like the saints of Mount Hua had helped. If Chongmyung hadn't dreamed of the past with his Sahyong, then he wouldn't have found the tomb of Yaksun. But... Huh? Receiving Chongmyung's curious gaze, Hyunjong put the box down in front of him. Listening to what you said, it seems like Yaksun hoped for someone like himself to find the soul vitality pill and carry on his legacy. Chongmyung immediately grabbed the box. Then I'll go sell this and come back. Huh? Listen to a man's words till the end. Hyunjong, startled, changed his words. Although, I do think of Yaksun's legacy, but if Mount Hua manages to use this pill to resurrect and fulfill our duties as a martial sect, then Yaksun would surely be delighted by that as well. Rather, I think he'd curse us. If there was a world where the ancestors could look down on people, Yaksun would probably be spouting curses at Mount Hua right now. Well, of course, he would be beaten by Chongmyung Sayoungs up there. Sayoung, please do that. Hyunjong shut his eyes and organized his thoughts. Chongmyung didn't urge him either. He could understand just how confused the sect leader would be to suddenly have these important things in his possession. We need to check these out first. Finally, Hyunjong spoke to Eunam. Bring me the practitioner. Shh. The bookshelf was being swept through. The head of the medical practice was sweating as he confirmed the book's contents. Among those in Mount Hua, Eungak was the most proficient in medicine and healing, so he had no choice but to perform this duty. Eungak groaned and looked down. Well, it certainly takes a hell of a long time to read a book. Standing there for so long without answers enraged Hyunyoung. Hyunsang gave him a disparaging look that seemed to ask him to calm down, and he lowered his voice with a grim expression. Even Eungak seemed to be losing his mind while reading the books. He was already flustered at the sudden call to inspect this, but while checking the secret formula of the pill, the Yun disciples, Baek disciples, and a couple more were feverishly looking at him with blazing eyes. Even Confucius himself wouldn't be able to concentrate in such a situation. However, even Hyunjung, who should stop them from pressuring him, was looking at him with fearsome eyes. Sect leader. Yes, how is it? This definitely looks like a genuine article. The secret formula seems right, although there are some things so complex that I cannot even imagine. But, Eun-gak gulped and spoke. Even if I don't understand the sophisticated things written down, it's described that one can make the pill as long as they faithfully follow the method given here. Oh, Hyunjung looked at Eun-gak with blazing eyes. And so? You mean that you can make it? Eun-gak replied with a smile as if he could and spoke. That's a bit too much. In the end, Hyunjung burst out. Hey, are you playing around with people right now? Calm down, Sasuk. No, Elder. Sweating, Eun-gak said. It isn't difficult for me to make the soul vitality pill with my abilities. If one has this book in their hand, then anyone who knows how to handle medicine will be able to make this. Then what's the problem? How can it be something you can't do despite having the skills? No, well, Eun-gak took a deep breath. The materials to make the soul vitality pill are ridiculously expensive. What? Money? Hyunyoung's expression, which had been irritable, quickly calmed down. Hyunyoung had no choice but to be serious regarding the sect's finances. If we want to mass-produce the soul vitality pill, we would have to sell Mount Hua itself. It would be impossible to do this with just our small business in Hwam village. Hyunyoung's face contorted. Why are the materials so expensive? They're bound to be expensive. Think about it. The Shaolin sect is overflowing with money, so why do they make so few pills? With these materials, a top sect could try and negotiate to have it done at an acceptable price. Yaksun could use the sect's materials without wasting them and make the pill, and it would be hard for others to try the same since they would have to spend 10 times as much. Hyunyoung took a deep breath. Alright, so you're saying we can't make it because we don't have enough money? Yes. Just how expensive can it be? Mount Hua no longer lacks money. So, Hyunyoung's eyes, which had roughly imagined the price, began to tremble. How much? Hyunyoung, who regretted hearing the answer, looked at Hyunjung and spoke. Sect leader, that thing needs to be thrown away right now. That damn thing is going to destroy Mount Hua. That old man Yaksun must have been senile. What bullshit pill or medicine or whatever. That's no treasure. It's poison. Poison. Hyunjung looked at Hyunyoung with a confused face. Is it that difficult? It's not just difficult. It would be difficult just to make even a single pill with Mount Hua's current finances. To make a single one, we would need to sell all our assets. We would need to turn into beggars and go rob others. Maybe even the Beggars Union would feel bad hearing this. Hyunyoung was speaking while frothing at the mouth. This can never be done. I was hopeful at first, but the roots of Mount Hua that we tried so hard to save until now will be pulled out after finally being rebuilt. As the head of finance, I will never allow this. Hyunjung groaned at Hyunyoung's extreme reaction. Another chance for Mount Hua to leap forward was stifled because of money. Chongmyung, who was listening quietly till there, spoke calmly. Oh, then it's fine. Huh? Hyunyoung looked at Chongmyung. Money is the problem, right? Right. Chongmyung chuckled. Then it's fine. What are you talking about? Receiving everyone's attention, Chongmyung touched his stomach and then suddenly moved his hand to the left and spread open his clothing. Something round quickly poured out. Hyunyoung's eyes widened as if they were about to come out, seeing what fell on the floor. Hey, that! Nightstones! These are... Chongmyung smiled. We're rich. Hyunyoung, who was looking at Chongmyung in silence, muttered unconsciously, You really are the god of wealth. The more he got to know him, the less he understood about Chongmyung.